Hello, my royal majesties. So today I'm just going to show you how I restored this old wig. Some of the hair came out from the closure, so we're just going to put some hairs there for those of you that cannot afford to replace the closure, because we know times are hard right now. So let's just get right into the video. So as you can see, the bald spots in the wig, I'm going to show you how I fixed that and how I put it on my head. So over here, we're going to detangle the hair first, because you don't want the hair to pull out after you have placed them in. So we're going to detangle right now. And I'm using this spray bottle. It has leave-in conditioner and a little bit of hair oil as well. So as you can see, I am detangle as I go. So I spray the water in the hair and then I detangle, just to make it easy to style after I'm done. Make sure you are detangling the closure as well. Well, in this case, frontal as well, so that we don't have to do a lot of detangling and brushing after we're done with the styling of this hair. Look at the texture in the hair. The curl pattern is so pretty. I've had this wig for, I can say, 4 years now. Very beautiful hair. I love it. So it's the next day, the wig is dry, and I'm just going to the back of the hair, or in the middle section of the hair, and I'm just going to cut some of the hair piece, and that is what we're going to use to fill in the frontal. And this wig is very full, so it's not going to be a problem to have that spot in the back right there. I know it looks like a big piece that I'm cutting. So after cutting that, I'm just going to take the hair piece and then cut off the weft. So I'm just going to section off the bald spots just to expose them so I can be able to work easier. The glue that I'm going to be using is a lace glue that I got from my beauty supply store. Now I'm using my stick to press in the glue, and then I'm going to take the weft and press it in to the glue, and also use my scissors to press it in, making sure everything is nice and neat. You want to press it the way that you want the hair to fall. In this case, I want everything going to the back, so that's how I'm placing the hair. And that is the glue that I'm using right there. Now I'm doing the other side of the hair. The same way, I'm going to place the glue where I want it to be, and then I'm going to place the hairs exactly where I want it to be. And I'm going to use my finger to press it in. As well, you can also use the scissors or a comb. After, you can just take a little bit of spurts and just spray it into the glue so everything can stay in very well. The glue was not enough right there, so I just placed a little bit right on top of the hair so that I can place a little bit more hair onto that one that I placed, so it can be more fuller, but you don't want it too thick to the extent that it get bulky, because frontals are not supposed to be bulky. And I use my spurts just a little bit right there, and as you can see, it made it a little bit more fuller. Now we're going to move on to the other side of the wig and place some hairs there as well, so that we can fill in the holes or the bald spots there as well. Same thing, we're gonna cut off some hair pieces. We're gonna place the glue, and then we're gonna place the hair in. The same thing with it on the other side. But make sure the hair that you're placing, you've detangled it a little bit before you place them. I'm going to place my glue exactly where I want it to be, and then I'm going to place the hair. I prefer a wooden stick because it doesn't stick too much. It's easier to work with as well. And I dab it in instead of pressing it in, because I don't want it to get stuck onto the wig cap. As you can see, the wig is looking good. Now I'm going to cut off the excess lace, and I'm going to install this wig onto my head. So let's get into it. Be very careful so you don't rip off the lace. I'm going to use this hair cup that is close to my skin tone. And I'm going to put my foundation on there so that it's more blended into my skin tone. Same foundation I'm using is the same foundation I'm going to put on the lace of my wig. So after that, I'm going to apply the wig onto my head, and I'm going to check exactly where I want it to be on my head, and I'm going to use my pencil, my white pencil, just to mark the parts that I want to put my glue, because we're going to glue this hair on. I want to keep it for like a few days. So mark where you want your wig to be so it's easy for you to apply your glue. Now I'm going to take that off, and I'm going to use my Ghost Bond glue, and I'm going to put that onto my hairline. Pretty much I'm putting it exactly where I marked the pencil. I use the pencil to mark. Now I'm going to use my wooden stick, and I'm going to use that to smooth out the glue. And I made sure it was completely dry before I applied my next layer. And I'm going to use my wooden stick to smooth that out as well. And again, we're going to make sure it's clear before we apply our wig. Now I'm going to place my wig onto the glue. When I place it where the glue is, I'm going to use my fingers to make sure that everything is well pressed in. You can either apply the middle first and apply the sides, or you can apply the sides first and apply the middle. Whichever way works for you, but I like to place the middle side first, and then I make sure I secure the sides how I want it to, and I just hold it taut for a few minutes before I tie it down. So now I am combing the hair away from my face before I take my hairband or my elastic band, and I'm going to use that to tie it down. Of course, you're going to see some pieces of the hair that we glued in from when we try to make this wig fuller. And so far, I like how it's looking. So yeah. Don't worry about the little pieces of glue or the glue residue I have in the front. It's going to be cleaned off later. Now it's been about 20 minutes, and I'm going to take this headband off, and I am going to create the part exactly where I want it to be. And there will be a limited places where I can place a part because of the tweaking and alterations I had to do in this wig. So yeah, now I am going to go ahead and style this wig. But after I create a part, I am just going to secure point any excess lace that you have. You want to cut off, you can cut it off. And if you have any excess that you want to glue on as well, you can do so. There you see I'm going to place a little dot of glue there. I'm going to take my wooden stick and blend it in, and I'm just going to use my fingers just to dab it in right there so it can be well melted. Now I'm going to parts where I want my baby hair to be. I'm going to create a little bit of baby hairs so we can cover that lace right there. I'm going to cut off the excess, and I'm going to take this hairspray so that it can feather lay down well, so I can use my hot comb to straighten it the way I want it to go. It helps with molding of the baby hairs. Now I'm going to take this gel mousse concoction that I created because my wrapping lotion was finished. I'm going to use this, and I think I like this, so yeah. Now I'm going to take the same headband and I'm going to tie down my baby hairs so that everything can be well molded. I'm going to take this, I forgot what it's called, but it's kind of like beeswax. And I'm just going to place that onto the hair, and I'm going to use my hot comb, and it helps in making everything nice and smooth, so the part can be nice and flat and natural looking like I want it to. But I don't want it to be too flat because it's a curly wig. It's not a straight wig. And I'm being gentle because of the hair pieces that we had glued in, so I don't pull any of them out. Now that I'm happy with the way the hair has been hot combed, I'm going to take my spray bottle that has my conditioner and a little bit of hair oil inside, and I'm just going to use that to make the curls pop. Remember, this hair has already been detangled already, so there's no need for me to really go in with a brush or a comb, but I'm going to use my fingers to make the curls pop more because the hair has already been detangled. So we're just freshening the curls. I'm going to take this headband off and make sure I am happy with the baby hairs. If there are any hair pieces that I would like to pull out, I just do that right there. And you can see the front, the hair is not well blended, so I'm going to use this little eyebrow brush, and I'm just going to use that to comb the hair so that it's not hard in the front. Now I'm going to use a little bit of my foundation powder just to put it in the front, to make sure it's well blended and it's scalp-like. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys have any wigs that you would like to fix. You can add your own techniques to it, or whatever that you feel like And let me know in the comment section below how you feel about this video. Please like, subscribe, and follow all my social media handles, and I will be bringing you guys more and more video. Thank you so much for watching me, my royal majesties. Bye bye.